Major change coming October 18th, 2025. A massive shakeup is coming to the path of becoming an American citizen. Starting October 18th, 2025, the U.S. naturalization process will undergo its toughest transformation in years. We're talking harder questions, higher passing scores, stricter background checks, and tighter moral character reviews. If you've been planning to apply for citizenship, the clock is already ticking. Apply before October 18th, and you'll still face the current, easier version of the civics test. Wait too long, and you'll walk into a much tougher system designed to filter applicants more aggressively. Let's break it all down. The core issue: the new test arrives. Beginning October 18th, the U.S. Naturalization Civics Test will be overhauled for the first time in more than a decade. This isn't a simple update, it's a total redesign. Instead of 10 questions, applicants may now face up to 20. The question pool grows from 100 to 128, and the passing score requirement rises as well. You'll now need 12 correct answers to pass. If you miss more than 8, you fail. Even more pressure. Officers can now end the interview the moment you pass or fail, meaning you won't get a second chance to recover mid-test. What looks like a small numerical shift is actually a massive change in experience. More questions, more memorization, less room for error. Old test versus new test, the reality check. Let's compare them side by side. Under the current 2008 test, you face up to 10 questions, drawn from a total pool of 100. You need 6 correct answers to pass. Under the new 2025 version, you'll face up to 20 questions, drawn from 128. You must answer 12 correctly to pass. It may sound manageable, but think of the thousands of applicants balancing jobs, families, and language barriers. A jump in questions and complexity can turn preparation from stressful to overwhelming overnight. Who gets a break? The limited exemptions. There's a small group that won't face the tougher test. If you're 65 or older and have held a green card for 20 years or more, you'll still qualify for the simplified version. That means 10 questions from a smaller pool, with 6 correct answers needed to pass. This exemption will remain unchanged even after October 18th. However, there's a catch. While the test may stay simpler, background checks will not. USCIS has confirmed that moral character reviews and disability waivers will face deeper scrutiny. Even older applicants could see their files examined in greater detail, especially under new vetting standards. The deadline pressure, a race against time. Here's where things get urgent. If you file your N-400 application before October 18th, you'll take the current, easier 2008 test. File after that date, and you'll automatically be moved into the new, harder version. That single deadline could trigger a nationwide surge in applications through September and early October 2025, as thousands of eligible residents rush to apply before the cutoff. Experts expect this surge could cause temporary slowdowns in USCIS processing times. But remember, as long as your application is submitted before the deadline, you'll remain under the old test rules, even if your interview happens later. Timing has never mattered more. Beyond the test, the hidden crackdown. This isn't just about U.S. history questions or memorizing presidents. Behind the scenes, USCIS is tightening the entire naturalization review process. Applicants will face deeper background and record checks, stricter reviews of good moral character, closer verification of residency, employment, and tax history, a possible local or neighborhood-level file verifications. These aren't rumors, they're real shifts in enforcement culture. It's a clear policy direction. Fewer shortcuts, more scrutiny, and higher standards for those seeking the ultimate step, citizenship. The risk for immigrants, a tougher road ahead. For non-native English speakers, the new test could be particularly tough. With 128 questions to memorize, many in complex legal or historical phrasing, the challenge just doubled. Applicants with limited education or older residents who don't qualify for the age exemption could face higher denial rates. Failing once isn't the end. You can retake it, but every delay can push your citizenship by months or even years. So if your green card eligibility window opens anytime before the end of 2025, the message is clear. Apply early. Don't wait. Ripple effects, communities, and employers. The impact of this test extends beyond individual applicants. Employers could face delays in citizenship approvals for workers awaiting naturalization, affecting their ability to hold certain roles or security clearances. Community organizations may experience a wave of anxious applicants seeking guidance, translations, and preparation help. And for immigrant families already balancing financial, linguistic, and emotional challenges, a harder citizenship path could discourage participation altogether. Slower naturalization means slower integration into American civic life. Supporters versus critics, the Great Divide. Supporters of the new test call it a necessary upgrade. They argue it strengthens civic understanding, patriotism, and national unity by ensuring new citizens know the system they're joining. Critics, however, see a different motive. They argue this is less about education and more about gatekeeping, making the process deliberately harder for qualified immigrants. They say America risks turning citizenship into a test of endurance, not belonging. Both sides make valid points, but one thing is certain: this isn't just about a written test. It's about what America expects from those who dream of calling it home. What you should do now. Here's how to stay ahead of the change. 1. Don't delay. If you'll be eligible before October 18, 2025, file early. Secure your place under the current test rules. 2. Start preparing now. Even the existing test requires real preparation. Use official USCIS study materials, flashcards, and apps. 3. Plan ahead. If your eligibility date falls after October, begin studying as soon as USCIS releases the new 2025 materials. Don't wait for the last minute. This will not be an easy adjustment. For families, employers, and community leaders, spread the word now. Encourage eligible green card holders to take action before the tougher standards kick in. The bigger picture: America's shift toward tougher enforcement. This test overhaul is part of a much larger trend. Across the immigration system, we're seeing tightening policies and expanded background reviews. From green card renewals to visa extensions, travel screenings, and even deportation procedures, the same pattern is emerging: more oversight, more documentation, and more scrutiny. The message from Washington is consistent. Citizenship and immigration benefits will remain open, but only to those who can clear higher standards. It's not meant to close doors. It's meant to raise the bar. But for many families, that bar just got higher than ever before. Final thoughts. The road just got harder. The Naturalization Civics Test is officially changing on October 18, 2025. More questions, tougher scoring, stricter reviews. Apply before the deadline, and you stay under the easier 2008 version. Wait too long, and you'll be tested under the new 2025 rules that demand double the effort. This single change could decide whether your citizenship journey ends in approval or in delay. The countdown has already begun. So, if your eligibility window is opening soon, don't waste time. Apply early. Prepare seriously. Because come October 18th, the path to citizenship won't look the same again. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.